Let's go. What's up everybody, Jordan here, back with another video. Doing everybody's favorite thing today. If you've been viewing the channel for 6 months or a year or so, you've probably seen me change the combine concaves like 3 or 4 times. That's what we're doing this morning. Getting in some work, it's about 8, and getting in some Sunday morning work before the Vikings lose and we get to watch it. That's what we're doing. Changing the combine concaves for soybeans. I showed you guys last video, and you saw the soybeans being very, very ready. Over here to my right, I just drove down the road a little bit so you can see, are some soybeans right past Piper. These aren't ours, but ours are of course very similar as they're right next to these. The neighbor's soybeans are looking dry and ready, and so are ours. We'll probably be doing soybeans in the next week or 2. Time to get the combines ready again. We finished harvest for the early crops pretty early, so the combines have been put away for a little bit. Got to change those concaves out. If you guys don't remember, the concaves are just part of the machine. I believe 3 different pieces that go inside of there, and essentially the wider gaps are for soybeans and crops that are a little bit bigger. The narrower gaps are for things like wheat, where the kernels are a little bit smaller. Time to change them to the big ones for crops like soybeans and of course sunflowers as well. It took us a really long time last time, if you remember, at the beginning of when I first started making videos. It took us a really long time. So I'm hoping for some fast changing today and hopefully an easy day of concave changing. Working on the combines this morning. Got the girls with me today. Weather's still beautiful, and let's get started with another one. So like I said, these are the small concaves. You can see the little small gaps in there where my finger is pointing, and those are the ones we're taking out for wheat, canola, barley. These ones over here are what we're putting in with these much bigger gaps. And yeah, get to work. You're in there somewhere. just like that, we're all finished up. That was probably a personal record on those concaves. Switched them to the soybean ones, and I think that took us maybe an hour, maybe a little bit less, with moving all the equipment and stuff. I took a little bit longer than actually taking out the concaves and putting in the new ones. We're getting to be pros at this. Got the old ones up on the shelf here, on this pallet shelf, and we should be good to go. Still got a couple hours left, so we're gonna do a few little things around the farm, film what I can, and I'll probably make this video span over a few days, but kind of a looming job we had to do before soybean harvest. Done. All right, y'all, so it's the next day. Actually, it's a couple days later. Sunday, after I kind of put down the camera, and Monday, when I started the work at the farm, we actually did all stuff on the 9760. So the 9760 combine is what we used to harvest soybeans, which are coming right up, as I said in the last video. There's a little bit of work to do on that combine before we get started with the soybeans. One of those was changing the concaves, which I filmed a little bit of, little clips here and there. We had to grease the combine, do a little bit of work on the header, and also we found a bearing out in the machine. All little stuff to fix. The bearing ended up taking quite a bit of time, and the header ended up taking a little bit of time as well. That stuff's pretty much all done now. I believe we still have to put the air bar on, which blows the soybeans into the machine. We're probably gonna do that pretty soon, maybe today. Watched the Vikings lose again on Sunday. That was fun. Took me Monday to recover from that, and now I'm back at it. Gonna start the day though, selfishly, something on my own, which is going to be cleaning this old brute, little farm truck that I have. Not in the best condition, but definitely does the job around the farm for driving these gravel roads through the fields and whatnot. Pretty dirty inside. Kind of left it out a lot this summer and kind of smells a little bit musty in there. I'm going to vacuum it, but my shop vac broke, so we're going to vacuum it over at the farm shop and wipe it down with Armor All inside to clean up the dash and all that. So just freshening it up a little bit, making it smell good, getting all of Nene and Piper and Burton's dirt out of there so they can put new dirt in there. Let's head over. There you are. All right, everybody, so job number one with this combine out of two, we're gonna do the air bar like I talked about at the beginning of the video. Probably do that after this, but right now I'm in the hopper of the combine, full of bird poop, of course, and a little bit of canola in here. But you can see the moisture sensor right there. I think a few videos back that was replaced. This right here is the auger where the grain's coming up into the hopper. So what I'm gonna do today, I'm gonna replace the mass flow sensor. This piece of plastic right here is what I'm going to be replacing, and it's just in here to essentially tell us our yields. So this right here is the piece that I'm going to replace. We're hoping to use this little impact gun here to get the nuts off, but you can see they're wedged up right in this little crack. So wrench it is. All right, we're able to find a couple more bolts here at the top, actually. So if we drop this thing down, so we don't have to use the little wrench. Way easier now. This thing is right here available to me now, and I can use the gun to get these off and the other one on. So it should be quick from here, and hopefully it all goes back together like I took it apart. All right, that's finished up. Not too bad of a job. Just had to figure out how to drop that thing out of the hopper so then I could work on it a little bit easier. New mass flow sensor is in the combine. To be a little bit more specific, the grain comes up out of the machine after it's separated, hits that plate, and that gives a reading, depending on the settings of the combine, on what we're actually yielding, so it can tell us how many bushels per acre we're doing, know if we're getting a good crop or not. Now we're gonna work on this air bar for the combine. So on this header, this is our flex head. We use it for wheat, it's super wide, and for canola and barley and all that stuff. For soybeans, we put this air bar on. We did it last year as well. You probably saw in a few videos. This essentially has little fingers that come in through the reel, and it blows air into the header. So the soybeans that kind of collect up on the blades, it just pushes those in. Saves a little bit of crop, salvages some of the stuff that could be lost, and it's on its way. My dad has the skid steer with the air bar. We pulled it out of the shed a few days ago, and hopefully we can just set it right on, clamp it down, and be good to go.
I don't care, it's a double dare. I ain't scared, you best beware, you best beware. It's alright, she's in my side. I got all night, so just sit tight, so just sit tight. When she lets her hair down, she drives me wild.
All right, everybody, finished up with another day of work. Here is the 9760 ready for soybean harvest. A little bit of tweaking to do on that header still, but besides from some sensor work that needs to be done, which should be done the next day or so, it's ready for soybean harvest, I think. Greased, fueled up, cleaned out, a new mass flow sensor, the air bar's on. We're ready to roll. The 9760 is prepped, and we're just waiting for soybeans to be ready. I'm guessing in a week or so we're gonna start thinking about trying them. Haven't popped open any pods yet, but I'm sure with this hot weather and dry conditions, we're just about ready to go. And that'll do for another video. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, sharing with your friends, all that good YouTube stuff. I'll see you guys next time. Maybe we'll be harvesting soybeans by the next time a video comes out. I don't know. I usually don't know. I'll let you guys know when I know. Take it easy.